Okay, everybody, welcome to the Women Action Takers Network. You know, it's so funny. I got a message from somebody on LinkedIn asking, how come you have a guy speaking at your women's event? And it's funny because, we had a guy come on to talk to us about a program a couple of weeks ago. But then I started realizing that, I have so many men in my network that are amazing mentors for me.
Yep.
And I started, just reaching out to ladies and saying, hey, are you guys okay with me inviting some of my male mentors to join us? And it was 100% yes. So yes. So we're bringing our wild cards, that's what we're calling them, into the mix. And so today we have our first male that is going to be our wild card, Erik Swanson. I almost called it Erik Speaker. Erik Swanson will be joining us in a little bit. You can see his picture down there, but he's going to keep quiet for a little while until I bring him aboard to join us ladies. But I'm super excited about this shift. And why am I excited about this shift? Because I have learned the majority of my lessons that I've learned have been through my male mentors. When I first became an entrepreneur 6 years ago, I was surrounded by males. And this kind of seemed to be the thing in my life. I was always surrounded by males because women actually scared me. That's why. So it's kind of like I surrounded myself with males because men never scared me. It was always the women that scared me, which is kind of funny if you think about it. Like I grew up in an abusive, environmental, alcoholic household with my dad. So I would think that I would have been, afraid of men, but I wasn't. I was always afraid of women. And so it was something about women that they scared me because especially powerful women, they just intimidated the crap out of me. So what I have realized and learned throughout the last several years by working with male mentors is that it was my fear of judgment of the women that made me kind of like shy away from them. And the confidence that I gained in working with the men helped me to have confidence in working with women. So that's how I got to the Women Action Takers, how it kind of all morphed into what it is today. But so it's through that tutelage that I've had through these male mentors and some really amazing people. Like we've got Erik Swanson today, speaker Erik Swanson. And then we also have like the founder of UGG Boots. He's become a friend of mine and a mentor to me. And I'll be inviting him to join us. So how cool will it be to be able to learn from somebody who created a product decades ago that became $1 billion product, right? So why would I hold them back from you? That's kind of like what I started thinking is like, by me not inviting men, I'm actually holding them back from learning from the people that I've learned from. So that's why I'm super excited about inviting the men to join us. So here's how it's going to look. Is we'll do, one session will be with a female speaker, and then the next session I'll be inviting my male speaker friends, my male mentors, speakers to join us. And, as I go and learn and grow, from more and more men and more women, I'll be inviting them all to join us on these programs. So super excited to get there. And I hope you ladies will join me, every session because, there's always something we can learn. When we get in front of new people, there's always something we can learn as long as we have an open mind. So with all of that said, I'm going to share with you, I've been working on my 30-second commercial for, 6 years. It morphs and it morphs. And Patty has known me for a long, long time. And she's seen me make some drastic changes in my life, as well as Brenda. I've known Brenda for, 7 or 8 years. It's been a long time. And so seeing me change and grow and change and grow. And with that changing and growing comes a new 30-second commercial, a new 30-second commercial. But today, as I was getting ready for today's event, I thought, what is Women Action Takers all about? I thought I knew until I sat down and I really thought about it. So I'm going to share with you my 30-second commercial. I wrote it down because I want to make sure I say it, the way it is. And if you have your 30-second commercial down and you need to look at it to say it, do that. If it helps you to make you more comfortable with what you're sharing. But so here's what I came up with. And Brenda, time me just so I can know if I'm within my 30 seconds, okay? So now Brenda, before I say my 30-second commercial, Brenda, why don't you share with us what we do with the 30-second commercials? Brenda Geary is my co-host for the Women Action Takers Network. So let's welcome Brenda to the house. Whoop, whoop. I love this. Hello. This is the new thing, right? This is the right. The Zoom clap. I love it. I love it. Doesn't sound like anything, but we can hear it in our heads. So Brenda, first of all, I want to thank you so much for being here. Brenda Gary is absolutely amazing. She gave us a presentation at our last session. If you didn't get a chance to see it, please join us in the Women Action Takers Network on Facebook. And I posted Brenda's presentation in there. So Brenda, why don't you, introduce yourself and tell us what the 30-second commercial is going to look like. We're going to go around and not interview, but everybody will have an opportunity to share their 30 seconds.
Awesome. Thanks, Lynn. I'm so excited to be here. My husband and I are traveling, but I didn't want to miss today. So I'm here and carved out some time to join y'all. So we're going to do 30-second introductions, and you guys are going to want to make sure that you can see me in one of our Brady Bunch squares here. I'm going to have a couple of visuals for you. So at 20 seconds, I'm going to hold up this yellow card. And this yellow card is your visual that you've got 10 seconds remaining in your introduction. And then at the 30-second mark, I'm going to hold up this red card, and that's your visual that you should be done with your introduction. We want to, as professionals, we want to practice really honing our 30-second introduction so that we can honor everybody else that's on the call. And so, and it's practice, you guys. This is a safe space. This is absolutely a safe space for practicing and for becoming, just kind of getting comfortable with who you are. And so if you go much past 30 seconds, I'll actually interrupt you and say thank you so much. And that's just a gentle push for you to end your introduction. That's it. And then also just a reminder, when you're done with your 30-second introductions, please, we want to encourage people to have one-on-one conversations outside of this meeting. And so once you're done with your introduction, please feel free to put your contact information, your links inside the chat so that we can connect with each other after this meeting.
Awesome. Thank you, Brenda. So just if you have questions about the 30 seconds, just kind of observe what everybody else is doing. And this is the one thing, I used to be so scared to do my 30 seconds because I had this fear of judgment, like a tremendous fear of judgment that stopped me from doing so many things in life. But I realized that people really aren't listening to me as much as I think they are, So I'm going to share mine today, and I hope it resonates because this is what I feel Women Action Takers really embodies. So here goes. So Brenda, you got your timer going? Let me know.
Yep.
Okay. Nothing happens without action. Women Action Takers inspires and motivates women to take action to live the life they truly want to live. We do this by providing you with tools, tips, and opportunities to share your voice with the world. Whether you're looking to be in a collaboration book, magazine, summit, or speak on a virtual or in-person stage, we got you covered. You are always evolving, as are we, so we bring you up-to-date info to keep you growing. I'm Linda Sunshine West, founder of WomenActionTakers.com. Bam, 30 seconds. Yeah, boy.
Great job. Great job.
Thank you so much. So hopefully that resonated. If you liked it, please do just share with me in the chat. Yeah, I liked it, Linda, or something, just to kind of encourage me and motivate me. So what we're going to do, Desiree says, yup, she's got their hands up in the air. Awesome. I love it. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to call on you ladies, and you'll have this opportunity to share your 30-second commercial. And again, remember, like Brenda said, after you're done, go ahead and in the chat, let us know how we can connect with you. Is it on Facebook? Do you have an email address you want to share with us? A website? If you have a free product you're giving away, go ahead and pop that in there. I'm okay with that. I'm all for promotion. You know why? Because this is how we help each other grow. If there's something you have that you're selling that's going to help other people, why would I hold you back from sharing that? So I'm all about sharing as much as you can so that we can help each other grow. So in a couple minutes here, you might hear my dogs barking because Daddy's getting ready to leave. So just so you know, okay, I'll try to mute myself during that. Okay, so we are going to go around the room, and I'm going to start what I see in order on my screen, and sometimes it jumps around. So if we get to the end and I've skipped you, I will ask, did I miss anybody? Please raise your hand. It's not because I intentionally did it. It's because I'm just kind of like keeping track through the names that are on the screen over here. So I'm going to tell you who's up next and then who's up after that so that person can get ready to unmute themselves, okay? So who we're going to have up first is going to be Angeline, and then we'll have Kathy. So Angeline, you'll need to unmute yourself to get started, and you got your 30 seconds. It's go time.
Okay. I'm Angeline Benjamin, high impact coach and also the owner of the channel of Big Media USA, a podcast channel. I'm here to help people to accomplish their goal So if you not sure how to do that, just come and talk to me. Again, I'm Angeline Benjamin with High Impact Coach and also Director of South Orange County GSFE. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. We're so glad you're here. Thank you.
Thank you. So next up is Kathy, and then after Kathy is Clarissa.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Good, good. I'm Kathy Dirksen up in Canada. My company is Inspired Tenacity, and so helping women to rediscover what they love to do and to pursue those goals moving forward into actually creating a life that they love to do. Anyways, I'm kind of been chasing a puppy around all morning, so I'm kind of in a fluster. So you forget what puppies are like these days, but I'm glad I made it in.
Glad you're here, Kathy. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. So next up we have Clarissa and then Cynthia.
Well, hi everyone. I'm Clarissa Christensen, and I am the CEO and founder of Clarissa Christensen Coaching and the Thriving Through Menopause program and podcast. I help women in menopause go from being uncomfortable and uncertain to confident, thriving, and energized. That's Clarissa Christensen at Clarissa Christensen Coaching.
Awesome,
Right.
Clarissa.
You ladies are amazing, all under 30 seconds. This is fantastic. I'm loving it. So next up we have Cynthia and then Debbie.
Well, my name is Cynthia Peel. I've actually never done a 30-second spiel before, so this is new to me. But I've had 30 years experience in business and finance. Economics is my specialty. The last 10, I've been an educator, inspiring growth and creativity in youth. But I'm in a transition phase right now. I'm going back to my roots in helping people in business to grow. And so I'm developing a coaching business now that I'm moving away from education. So I'm kind of in transition phase right now.
Great job.
Perfect timing. Look at that, 30 seconds. You nailed it, girl. Awesome, awesome. So next up we have Debbie Love, and then after Debbie we have Desiree. Desiree, let me know if you're going to be able to hop in.
Well, hi y'all. I am a 4th degree black belt in karate, and what I do is I'm a self-defense instructor for women. What I do is I help women fight back against sexual assault or rape. I also, I do a lot of speaking to women's groups and to young moms or moms with young kids. And anyway, I am the founder of Heads Up Self-Defense for Women, and I invite anybody to come to a class. And I also
Beautiful, Debbie.
Thank you. Sorry, I could not see you, Brenda.
That's okay. No worries. You did a great job.
Thank you so much, Debbie. Okay, hold on. I got a bunch of crap going on my screen here. Okay, so I didn't hear from, oops, names jumped around. There we go. Thank you for hopping around. Okay, Desiree, are you available? Yes, there she is. Awesome. You're up. And then after Desiree is Drea.
Okay. Hi, ladies. And hi, Eric. Nice to see you on the call. And I'm Desi with Desi Deseos on Instagram. I'm a teacherpreneur. My day job is a pre-K teacher, but I've been an entrepreneur all my life. I just filed my first patent, woo woo. So hopefully in a couple of years, I hear back from that. And I'm currently looking for a licensing contract for my beverage holder. So if anybody knows a contact for me, then please reach out to me. Thank you. Peace and love.
Awesome.
Beautiful,
Thank you.
Desiree.
I know you weren't going to be able to be here, so thank you for showing
Yes,
up. Really
it
appreciate
ended up
that.
working out.
Fantastic. So we're going to take Drea at the last. I just saw her message there. So next up we have Jennifer, and then after Jennifer is Lorna.
Hi everyone, I'm Jennifer Williamson. I'm the owner of Mint Print LLC. We help businesses increase their engagements with animation and motion graphics. We provide every possible service you need for advertising and creative services, wise for your business or brand. Find out more information on our website, mintprint.info. Thank you.
Great job, Jennifer. Thanks for being here.
Awesome. Thank you. So next up we have Malika, and then after Malika, oh, I see we have Lorna. We have Lorna, and then after Lorna, Malika.
Hi, everybody. This is Lorna Rasmussen, and I'm with Ladies of Justice. What we offer are legal and identity theft protection through a company called Legal Shield. My focus right now is on small businesses with a plan designed to protect and grow the business. We do that by giving businesses access to low-cost, high-quality legal and business consulting for things like unlimited consultation, contracts, debt collection, even incorporation, all for less than $1.67 a day. And I'm going to put some information in line on
Awesome.
COVID.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Lorna.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, then next up we have Malika, and then after Malika we have Marlene.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I'm Malika Simmons. I'm the CEO of Momentology Media and the creator of the Momentology Method. I serve unapologetically from my zone of joy and genius, and I encourage others to do the same. I do this by supporting busy, driven executive women to get the pay, promotions, and prestige they deserve without sacrificing their authenticity and integrity. Thank you.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I'll
So
put my
next-
information in chat.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you. Next up we have Marlene, and then after Marlene we have Patty.
Hello, hello, hello. My name is Marlene Madding, and I am a magical manifester. I am currently on our boat that we manifested. Right now, our background is actually a road. What I do is I help entrepreneurs get from where they are to where they need to be, taking out the blockers that are holding them back in life, helping them release expectations of others, give them self-grace so they can joyfully step into their journey. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Marlene.
Okay, I'm going to try something, ladies, so bear with me a second here because I'm going to see, can I pin Brenda and have her stay pinned? Oh, to the top though. Okay, hold on. So we're going to go to Patty. Bear with me.
Or I think that people can pin me themselves.
Yeah.
If they pin me, then I end up on their main screen if they pin me myself.
Oh.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I want to try something though. I want to see, because I just pinned Brenda. I'm just telling you guys, walk you guys through what I'm trying here. So I just pinned Brenda, and now I'm going to spotlight Patty because I want to see what happens. If I do this, let's see. Okay, so that didn't work. Okay, at least I know now it didn't work. But Patty, you were in the spotlight. And then after Patty, we have Toy.
Okay, I am Patty Mays, holistic business life coach, spiritual guide, CEO of Univ of Soul, a resource center that helps you thrive in playful fun in your serious business. My mission is to impact entrepreneurial women to eradicate domestic violence by helping you become confident, self-reliant, and interdependent in your personal and professional relationships. Thanks for having me.
Beautiful, Patty.
Thank you so much. Okay, so next up I have Toy. And Toy, are you able to speak right now? So let me find that out real quick here. Just going through all this. If you are, go ahead and start speaking because I can't see you. And if not,
I'm actually at work, so I have to go real fast. I kind of just joined unaware of what I was going to be joining to a degree. So I am not say sneaking, but I'm just kind of privately listening in. But I do financial advice, insurance for life insurance. I do want to further educate communities on how to go about getting life insurance without the stigma, especially in my community, of thinking that that is a unlucky thing to do. You know, they go about doing a lot of fundraising and GoFundMe and things like that when they could be educated on really having this be even a generational wealth sort of thing for their families, you know, the index universal life insurance, things like that. So I want to get more in being able to educate communities on their really the good aspect of insurance.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. And I love how you're sneaking in. And that's, I love that. It's just like,
you're
that's
here.
so cool.
You can
You
just
can't-
put us on mute.
Yeah, you can't sneak in on Zoom though, right? Because like I can see everybody's names. But I thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate that. So next up we have Wendy, and then after Wendy we have, I think Marianne Lindsay is in the house. So Wendy, you're up.
Thank you, Linda. I am Wendy Lloyd. I am a mindset coach for women in their 40s and 50s, learning or desiring to live their second half of life in their soul purpose with confidence and clarity. And I use my background as a licensed clinical mental health counselor to help turn all your pain that you've been through into purpose. So I am Wendy Lloyd, and I will put my contact information in the chat.
Awesome, Wendy. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So next up we have Marianne Lindsay, and then Abigail, you'll be up next. Let me know if you're able to hop on, Abigail. Just let me know in the chat, okay? Marianne, you're up.
Okay, I just got in. What are we doing?
30-second commercial.
Oh, okay. My name's Marianne Lindsay. I'm in San Diego, California. I have 2 businesses. I have an essential oil business where I teach people how to safely and effectively use essential oils as one of the tools in their wellness tool belt. I have an income tax business that I've had for 23 years. And one of my passions is really helping entrepreneurs really making sure that they're getting the most out of their expenses. I'm launching a 3rd business effective this weekend. I'm doing a beta where I'm going to be teaching people how to not be stressed during tax season, get their stuff done ahead of time. So I'll be putting my information in the chat.
Thank you, Marianne.
Finally, Marianne. So I've been wanting her to do this.
I was going to say thanks to Linda, but Brenda was there.
Yeah, so I've been wanting her to do this for a year. And actually this last weekend, I was putting together my own taxes stuff. And I was like, I wish Marianne was doing this thing because I am so ready for it. And so anyway, so Abigail, I'm not sure if you're able to, I can't talk, but
not available.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Did I miss anybody? And how do I get Marianne off of there? Let's see here. There we go. Did I miss anybody? Raise your hand. Let me know. Let's see. Somebody just hopped in.
Desert, let me think.
Did I miss anybody? I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. I had one time where I missed somebody.
But I thought that Drea was going to do hers.
Drea's going to go last. That's right.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Drea, are you available? You available to hop on?
It's perfect timing. I just walked in the house. Yay. Hi, everybody. My name is Drea, and I am the jewelry lady. I'm here to serve your jewelry needs for only $5. I also am here for inspiration. I love learning from each and every one of you, and it helps me to learn things about life insurance and everything else. So I'm here to learn as well. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Drea. So I think we got everybody except.
Wait, we have one more.
No. I told you I'm going to mute you. the little man in the back room.
I want to go. Can I?
Hold on. No, hold on. I got Brenda Geary first.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I'm going to mute you.
Eric's like, I want to go so bad.
Okay, so Marianne, would you time Brenda?
I'm good. I'm fine. I got it.
She'll time herself.
Yeah,
She'll time herself. Okay. Brenda, you're up, lady.
So I'm Brenda Geary, and I'm with a company called LifeVantage, and I'm actually passionate about health and wellness because at my sickest, I was in bed 20 hours on 24 prescription medications. And guys, I wasn't living, I was just existing. And when I found a way to actually slow down the aging process within my cells and to lower inflammation, I said, yes, I was all in. And today I show up in the world helping people to optimize their wellness. I'm off of all prescription medications. I'll be 9 years in remission this December. And so it's just a blessing to be here. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. I want to thank everybody. So let's everybody give yourselves a round of applause, I guess, or a round of waving or whatever we do here on LinkedIn. I don't know. I'm still trying to get the hang of it.
This is for Brenda, by the way. I just want to give you an amazing round of applause right there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. How many of you here are cancer survivors? Amazing. Okay. How many of you here know somebody who's a cancer survivor? Yeah, there we go. More hands up that way. Yeah, that's awesome. Brenda, congratulations. But I want to thank everybody for being here. Did I miss anybody? As I'm looking through the names, I think I got everybody. You know, this is really testing my memory, which is good because my memory, kind of lost itself for a while there as I went through that.
Poor Eric.
What?
Poor Erik. His hand
You're
keeps
not.
going.
Hey, I'm going to introduce you myself. So,
I want to
hold
do
your
the 30
horse-
seconds.
hold
Can I
your-
do the 30 seconds?
Oh, you know what? Let's do that.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
see
do-
how
yeah,
Speaker
that'll be
Erik
cool.
Swanson does this. But now you got to pay attention to Brenda because she's going to mute you when you
Of
come on
course.
too long.
Yeah,
Okay.
mute away. Mute
You're
away.
up.
That's really weird. Oh, am I up already? All right, let's do it. Okay. Hi, guys. My name is Erik Swanson. I'm a 5-time #1 best-selling author in 5 different categories. Enough about me. I want to talk about you. I want to help you, and my team wants to help you grow to the next level in all different areas of your life, whether it's personal, whether it's financial, whether it's business goals. It's getting out of your own way to be more successful. Again, Erik Swanson. I look forward to talking to you soon.
Beautiful, Erik. Thank you. Good job. 20 seconds.
Yes.
Sounds like you practiced that a little bit, but okay. Just a little bit. So Erik is going to be our speaker today. So I mentioned at the very beginning of the call, some of you ladies weren't on here yet, but I mentioned at the beginning of the call that somebody asked me, why are you bringing a man to speak at your Women Action Takers networking meeting? And I realized that, I have so many connections, mentors, coaches who are men that have helped me through my entrepreneurial path, have helped me to change my mindset, have helped me to learn how to make sales. Like Erik has helped me tremendously with my sales calls, techniques. And so I have all these people that have helped me so much that I realize that I want to introduce you to them so you have opportunities also to learn and grow from them. So with all that said, I'm welcoming our first like official, male speaker to the Women Action Takers Network, Speaker Erik Swanson. Whoop, whoop.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Thank you, Linda. What an honor. Like
Well,
literally, this is such an honor. And I got to tell you, a little time out. I always say it's an honor when I go on summits, but seriously, this is an honor. I love it. I'm so excited. Thank you.
Well, it's funny because I met Erik through an event called Secret Knock several years ago. And that's where Brenda and I really, really connected through Secret Knock. And I met Erik there, and I just really loved his energy, like his stories. I've heard some of his stories probably a good 15 or 20 times because, speakers, when they go out and speak on a circuit, they tell pretty much mostly the same stories over and over again because they're extremely impactful. And I got to tell you that every time I've heard Erik speak, and oh, I just remembered, Erik, that's not where I met you. I met you at a networking event where you came to speak to us here in Chula Vista, California.
That's right. That's right.
And I signed up to attend one of your events through that networking event. So that's how I actually first saw Erik. But the thing that really impressed me the most, I got to admit, the thing that impressed me really the most is Erik remembers everybody's name. And I was like, how does he remember everybody's name? It wasn't that he remembered my name. It was that he remembered everybody's name. And I was so impressed with that because I have sometimes a hard time remembering one person's name, and Erik was remembering everybody's name. And he used everybody in the networking event as an example in part of his stories that he was telling. So it wasn't just that he knew our names, but he was able to utilize what we did, who we were. So no pressure, Erik. You've got, this many women, 20 women today. You got to remember
Now
us
they
all.
have name tags everywhere, right?
Exactly.
And I got to tell you, I love that, Linda, that you actually, you're literally my story double. There we go. Storytelling double, right? It's funny because when we speak on a lot of these stages, like my friends, Greg Reed, Sharon Lecter, Bob, all these really cool people that, Laura Langmeyer, we all float around to the same similar stages, right? And it's like, oh, you're up now? Great. And if we have I got a little cough or, I just need to go to the restroom. Can you start my story? Sharon's like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. So she'll go up there and start my story. Literally, we're just joking around, but it's pretty funny where we all can recite each other's stories because they are that impactful. A gentleman named Brian once told me years ago when I started mentoring with him, and it's Brian Tracy. He said, if he repeats something, it means it's important. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. And that's why, Linda, actually, I never had this conversation with you, but that's why I repeat people's names, just like I did right now, Linda, right? So that's why I repeat your name, because it's important to you. It's important to the conversation. It's important to the being of awesomeness.
And, this is a very important piece of information here. Wait, hold on. I'm going to going to try something different here because I don't know what I'm doing here with this Zoom, obviously. I've only been using it for like 8 years. I still don't know what I'm doing. But, you know, so that's a very important piece of information. When we're at a networking event, you know, it's important to remember the person's name because it makes us feel important, right? Like, wow, they actually remembered me. So that's a writer downer, ladies. Write that down. You know, remember people's names. It's something I've been working on. You know, I continue to work on it. I'm getting better. I'm not like Erik yet, you know, or, you know, I'm not like the memory man, you know, that we know, but, you know, I'm getting better at it. So that's one thing that's really important. And one thing I would love to ask you to do during this presentation, I'm going to be talking to Erik a little bit here, you're asking him some questions, kind of going through like an interview period here. And I don't know, like, why am I not on the screen? Can somebody please help me out here?
So you're on the screen.
You're good.
You're on all of our screens, unless we do gallery view. And way up at the top, I think you can scroll like to other views that way.
That's so funny. I must have pinned Erik to my screen, right? That's why.
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
You know what I saw, by the way, if I may just jump in and say this,
yes,
check
please.
this out. And I was on another Zoom call like this with a group out of the UK. And it was so cool when, after I did the presentation, they're like, oh, great, we're going to send you the recording. I'm like, all right, that's great. And they sent me 2 recordings. I was like, why is it 2 recordings? It was so cool. And because all of us are doing Zooms, right? So 2 recordings. One was the gallery view. And the second one was a second computer that they signed in on, which was the speaker view. It was so cool how you had 2 different views. It was really neat. So anyway, it's food for thought for all of us organizers.
That's interesting. Yeah, because when I'm done with I'm done with a Zoom call, it gives me those 2 recordings automatically. So I have to look at it. Like I just haven't really looked at it that way.
I want to compliment Marlene. I love it. I already went ahead and did a photo of your thing, and then boom, your whole thing popped up. Love the QR code. And I want to say I'm a little scared of is it Debbie Love? I can't see her, but yeah, I'm a little scared.
I know her background, right?
All right, that's it.
See, he remembers. He remembers. He's really good about that. So what we're going to do today is I'm really excited about having Erik here because he is one of the, I'm not sure the word you use, but you can correct me on this.
Amazing person in the world. Yeah. Continue.
Yes, he's one of the amazing persons in the world that is one of the Mastermind Association leaders. Now, the Mastermind Association was created, you know, because like Napoleon Hill, you can see right there on Erik's, I see Erik, my book's not on there, Momentum, so I think I need to get you.
Oh, let's get it over here. Yeah. This is amazing.
That's not Momentum.
No. I don't have your book yet. Yeah.
Yes.
But I was going to say this Think and Grow Rich, this one's amazing. This one's a signed copy. I signed it. It's amazing.
I was going to say, because Napoleon Hill, yeah, Patty's got Momentum. It's our book. You know, Patty's in that book, Momentum.
I want it. I need it.
So yeah, he is also funny. Exactly, Abigail. But what I'd love for you to do is while we're talking, if you have any questions or you have any like, whoa, that was a writer downer, or that was absolutely amazing, go ahead and put those in the chat because we want to get some conversation going in the chat as well. So Erik is here today. What I'm really excited about is because he is, you know, one of the founders of the Mastermind Association, which was created based on the Napoleon Hill principles. Absolutely amazing. We're going to be going through a couple of mastermind sessions today. What we're going to do is we're going to put 2 of the women on the hot seat. And what this means, and this is a great opportunity, I'm going to share with you why you should be interested in doing hot seats. First of all, it can be a little bit scary. At my first time, I was a little bit scared to do it. But what's cool about the hot seat is everybody here is listening to you and your challenge that you're having in your business. Now, guess what this does? This makes an immediate connection with you because we, as human beings, we love to help people with their problems. And especially if you're part of Women Action Takers, which you are, you love to help people with their problems. So when I share with you a challenge that I'm having in my business, suddenly you're trying to help me solve my problems. So that's one of the reasons why it's really great to be in the hot seat, because you get to connect with more people at one time. It's better than just having your 30-second commercial, which is amazing. But now I'm really listening to you because I want to help you solve that problem. So if you are interested in being in a hot seat, which we're not going to do yet, but if you're interested in being in the hot seat, Erik, you're going to be leading the hot seat. So sorry, you can't be in that. But if you're interested in it, go ahead and drop in the chat that I want to be in the hot seat. And then what I'll do is I'll just kind of like random picking of it.
Maybe I should pick who's in the hot seat. Ooh.
Eric will pick who's in the hot seat. We're going to keep you blindfolded though.
I'm definitely not picking Debbie. I'm scared of her. I'm just kidding, Debbie.
Yeah, but if you want to be in a hot seat, I see Lorna's interested. That's awesome. Just keep dropping your names there. I want to be in a hot seat. We've got Lorna, Cynthia. Yeah. So what we'll do is, I'm sorry, I have this guy. I think it's like the same time every day, 11:30 every day. This motorcycle that drives by is really loud.
And I'm gonna jump in and say this real quick. Time out. Yes. Check this out. The individuals that didn't raise your hand saying, "Oh yeah, I want to be in the hot seat," and you've got those butterflies right now. You know, you can feel them, right? Those are the individuals that should be like, yeah, I got to do this, because that's where you stretch to the next level. It's amazing. Whether you get picked or not, it's just amazing what happens in your life. It's amazing.
And that's a great point there, Eric, because not only the stretching isn't only in being in the hot seat, that's drop mic, yep. It's not only about being in the hot seat, but like Eric said, whether you get picked or not, sometimes your stretching point is just saying, I'll do it if I get selected. You know, I've had many times where I volunteered for things that I was hoping I didn't get picked for, you know, because my stretch that day was to volunteer. My stretch that day was to put myself out there in front of people in a way, just saying, I'm interested, even though I wasn't, you know. So really that sometimes is the only thing that you need that day is to stretch to say, I'm interested.
And I gotta tell you, Linda, you actually have the award for the loudest and longest amazing yell or screech or whatever that was on stage when we awarded you a speaking spot on one of our stages coming up. I'll get out of this Zoom thing.
I know, you know, it's so funny because Eric I was speaking at an event, and then Eric was speaking at the same event, and then at the end he's like, I'm going to award I shouldn't say it that way. I'm going to deeply discount so deeply that it was like zero. I'm going to deeply discount a few tickets to the Habitude Warrior Conference. And I happened to be sitting in the very front row, and I was like, I want in like this, you know, and Eric just kept passing me up. Now I've known Eric for years, and he was just passing me up. And I was like, why the hell is he passing me up? Maybe he's passing me up because he knows me and blah, blah. I'm going like all this mind game with myself. Right. And then suddenly he goes, you don't need a ticket. I go, what do you mean? Yes, I do. I need a ticket. He goes, you don't need a ticket because you're going to be speaking at the Habitude Warrior Conference. And I was like, and I came off this huge scream because, you know, it's something that I wanted so badly, was to be able to speak on the Habitude Warrior Conference stage. Why? Because he's had people like Brian Tracy, Les Brown. He's had these incredible people speaking on this stage. So I want to be part of that, you know? And so, yeah, once we get out of this COVID thing, you know, I'll be speaking on.
To be clear, you deserved it. So I don't know if y'all are familiar with Habitude Warrior or the conference or whatever, but we have a 2-year waiting list to get on our stages. And I just had a conversation with another gentleman yesterday, a good friend of ours. And it's true, we have, like, I'm looking at one of the magazines. I mean, you should see the speakers, like Sharon Lecter, Laura Langmeyer, people from The Secret, Les Brown, you know, whoever, Jack Canfield we've had on our stage, you know, you name it, top name speakers. But what I really like to do is, look, I don't consider myself one of these top name speakers at all. I really don't. And you could tell by my personality, right? I'm just like a normal person. And I love the fact that we can allow people to come in and have a stage, a platform to speak on, because they're purpose-driven speakers such as Linda. And Brenda, I'm so excited to see you. I know we haven't really sat down yet and really had a conversation because we're always doing stuff and secret knock and so forth in passing. But I'm so impressed with what you're doing. And of course, all of you, but I don't really know all of you. So Linda, you definitely deserve it. You have a voice, and I want the world to see you because they need you. Not you need you, they need you.
Thank you. Thank you for that. And, you know, this isn't supposed to be a commercial for Linda or a commercial for Eric, of course, but heck, why not?
We do have to wait until Kathy gets back. So everyone just chill out for a little bit.
Okay.
I'm just playing. I like to joke around.
Yeah, and he does. And that's one thing I really love about Eric when he speaks. So what I love to do, Eric, is I want to ask you, first of all, some of the stories that you tell. So let's get into the storytelling aspect, because you do tell a lot of stories. You know, when you're speaking on stage, you're telling so many amazing stories. First question is, Are any of them true?
No, I bought them all. So I was in New York City. You know the area where you can buy these like knockoff purses and everything. So I was down there one day.
Knockoff speeches.
No, they're absolutely true. 100%. You know, there might be a tiny embellishment here or there just to make the story a little spicy, but really not. I want to be clear. I don't embellish, and I don't think anyone should. The main points. You know, the main points. You know, you're driving down the road at whatever 140 miles an hour, whatever that is. Don't embellish the driving down the road or the speed if that's really the point, right? So there might be a tiny embellishment here and there, but for the most part, it's 99% absolutely accurate. And stories, the way I don't even know if this is part of the question. I'm just going. Check it out. You can hit mute if you want. So the deal is, the way I figure is this: we all learn because of stories and humor and different types of emotions. So I want to incorporate that. Like, can you guys feel? I want to share another thing. Like, in regard to virtual versus what's it called, physical stages, right, or in-person stages. Can you guys feel me like right now? And you don't have to say yes. I'm just saying, do you really feel me in this video, whatever this is, right? The Zoom. And the reason why is because I believe that we all need to show up no matter where you are. Whether you're on a phone call with someone, whether you're on a text message, you can still show up, you know, and show up this way as well. So to answer the question, by the way, where's Brenda should have had the 30-second clock. So the answer is yes. Wait, yes, they're all true. All stories are true.
Okay, so that right there is amazing because like he has this one story. Can you tell this story in like an abridged version? The story of when you became, you know my favorite story.
Which one? I have a lot of famous stories out there. I can't remember which one is yours. Which is your favorite?
The skiing one.
Oh, the skiing one. Okay, so technically, so here's the deal. I will
the
give
abridged
you,
version.
I'm going to actually, with respect to the story and to the stages and so forth, I'll give you sort of the bullet points of how this really, what the learning points are. But I can't really go through the story because it is literally on stage, and it's one of my stories that I share on stage. But here's the deal: has anyone seen my story of the ski story? I don't think anyone of you have. Just one or two. Okay.
Cool.
The synopsis is this: I actually really wanted to get into a college in the Northeast, which is Vermont. It's University of Vermont. I wanted to get into the business school there, and I really wanted to get in, but my grades didn't want me to get in. Nobody, literally, it wasn't really adding up for me to get into the school. And the short version is this: I ended up meeting a friend of mine in high school. Said, "Well, why don't you just connect with David over there? You know, his father's the dean of the school." I'm like, no way. All right, I got to do that. But David turned out to be like this really cool jock. Me, not so much. Like I was tall this way rather than that way, if that makes sense. So and I was bullied big time. It was just crazy. And now actually, because I was bullied, this book came out, Junior Habitude Warriors, where we teach kids confidence, leadership, and personal development for success, ages like 7 to 17. So it's really cool how things transpire that way. But thank you. So the point is, though, I ended up becoming friends with this guy, David, just briefly. I was like, well, I want to hang out with you, man. What's going on? And he goes, well, if you really want to hang out with us, come skiing next week with us. So I'm like, all right. And guys, I'm not really a great skier. So I went skiing, and I found out that literally they were part of this ski club that was going into the Vermont national ski team. It was like a recruiting club to this ski team. And the rest I can't really tell you, but you got to come down to the ride with me. It's amazing what happened. And yes, I got into the school. But so the big point is, what's standing in your way right now? Lorna or Cynthia or Patty, what's standing in your way? Can you actually write those things down and say, okay, why is this standing in my way? Why don't I use the Roger Bannister theory, right? In 1952, he was the first person to run the 4-minute mile, or sub 4-minute mile, less than 4 minutes. So if he can do it and 16 other people can do it, Nike didn't come out with the brand new shoe that 6 months. It was the mindset. So it's all about mindset.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. And it is all about the mindset, because it's called Think and Grow Rich, because thinking is the mindset, right? So I love, the reason I love this story is because the way Erik tells it. And I wanted to bring Erik on, especially because he really is a great storyteller. And the stories, it's not always the story that we have to tell. Like he talked about embellishing, right? Here's one thing that I had a challenge with when I first started speaking was, like, I thought everything had to be 100% true, like true, but the point is not of telling the true story. The point is of getting the point across. And sometimes there is an embellishment with that. So Erik, how long have you been speaking, and what got you into speaking in the first place?
Oh, this is a great story. I love the question. Okay, minute one, I was like, hey, you slap me again, doc. I'm gonna have an issue. So I started speaking right out of the womb. Yeah, that's the scoop there, and it was amazing. And then I packed a bag at age 3. I don't know why I went like that. A backpack, I guess. And so in reality, when did I start speaking? Interesting you asked that question. Seriously. I think the real truth is that I started speaking when I was in the restaurant industry, and that was age 17 or 18 years old. And I say that because I really feel like it was an opportunity for me to see people and have somewhat of a stage. Like every single table, right? I was waiting tables, so every single table was a new opportunity, a new stage for me. And that's where kind of I got my what do you call it? My humor, I guess, right? I just figured, look, people are coming to the restaurants. Like, let me ask you guys a question. You go to a restaurant. What are you there for? You're not there just for the food or the cuisine. You're there for the ambiance, for the excitement, for the experience, And so you have to judge that. I ended up judging meaning in a good way, to see, hey, these people are on a date. That's fine. Leave them alone. Be very cordial. Make sure that you make the gentleman look like a hero, right? So the girl's like, oh my gosh, it's the first date. I love this guy, right? And make that person look great. It's all about helping others, right? So that's what I figured. And then I would go up to tables that had like 5, 6, 10 people at a table. And this is what I used to do in sales. This is what I used to do. I'd go up to the table. There was like 9 people there. And all I would do, this is, how first somebody comes up and says, hi, my name's Erik. I'll be your waiter today. Can I take your drink order or whatever, right? It's so boring. Instead, this is what I did. I would walk up to the table and I would stand there, and everyone finally looked at me, and I would just stand there and I look at all of them and I count them. I go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great, 9 tequila shots coming right up. That's what I would say. I wouldn't say my name first. I would just literally say that. And I'm telling you, like 1 out of 10 tables that I did that to, the one guy would say, yeah, no, seriously, bring them, done. And I'm like, all right, I'd go get 9 tequila shots that were $20 each. Boom, my check was this big before I even did anything. And my tip was, $100 more per table. So I used to make, like, the owner would come up to me like, what are you doing? How are you doing this? Like, I'd walk out of there with more money than the managers were making. And so getting back to the real, story here is I started speaking years and years ago. All of us have, right? If you're a speaker or an author, you really have knowledge from all of your growing up, time periods that you can draw off of. And I learned that like sitting down with Sharon Lecter. She's a dear friend of mine. You all know Sharon. I've got many of her books back here somewhere down this way, actually. Anyway, so she and I would sit down a lot, and she would say, you should draw off that story. This is a great story. And we would bounce that back and forth. So I suggested to all of you, find out what your really great story, because a story for you might be great, but it might not be great for the audience. It might not be great for somebody else, right? Does that make sense? So then fast forward, I started with Brian Tracy, working with him. I met him as I was waiting tables, by the way. I met him in Austin, Texas, and that was back in 1997. So I've been speaking for, professionally for about 23 years, I guess it is. And it's just awesome. It's so much fun. And really, it's not really speaking, it's really changing people's lives, including myself.
That's fantastic. And I just put in there, how many tequila shots did Brian Tracy have?
He wasn't a drinker, yeah. None.
Well, and you're not either, so it's interesting that you would come up with
I used to be really good at it, by the way.
Oh.
and then I quit. I quit about 5-6 years ago. And I'll tell you, can I share that story of why I quit? Okay, so I quit, and I'm not telling you guys need to quit anything. Like, you do what you need to do. But for me, like if I had one martini, I had 9, okay? And I was the life of the party, right? But I had such a high tolerance that once I had that 7th or 8th or 9th, then I got kind of silly and it just wasn't a great scene, right? And I decided, I started noticing there were top name speakers that were hanging out with me and on my stages, yet they would always bail out right before I got to that point. And then a couple people came up to me. I won't mention their name, Greg Reed and John Asroff. And they said, hey, dude, love you, but I don't want to hang out with that. And I was like, good point. So right there, I decided, it was actually John Asroff and I from The Secret, if you guys know John, great friend of ours. We were in Houston, Texas, having dinner with Maria and John and myself and a couple other people. And we went up to the bar. I was going to order him a drink. And he says, no, I don't drink. And you shouldn't either. And I was like, good point. And he and I shared a moment there. And I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to quit. And I quit. That was probably, I guess, 7 years ago, something like that. And it's just awesome. I quit 3 things, actually. I quit coffee, I quit alcohol, and I quit negativity. Those are the 3 major things that I got rid of that has exploded in such a positive way my well-being and my business.
That's awesome. Because, you know, the negativity part, right? Just that alone, even if that was all you quit, that's a tremendous way to shift your mindset and move your mindset into positivity. Because if you have so much negativity, it's hard to move into positivity. So congratulations on quitting the 3 of those. There's like the big 3, right?
Yeah.
3. That's awesome. Well, what I want to do, Eric, I want to move now because it's like 11:50. We're going to end today at 12:25 because I have a 12:30 appointment. So we're going to end today at 12:25. So what I want to do next is I want to move into the mastermind because we need 8 minutes per person. That gives us 16 minutes. So this will be just like perfect. So how do you want to run this, Eric? You're in charge. It's the Mastermind Association.
Wow.
You're the leader, man.
All right, cool. Do you mind if I share just a couple check, whoops, my chair just moved. So let me share just an idea of what I've done with my mastermind. So we are governed underneath the Mastermind Association, which is awesome. So we're going to go through that. And what I've done is I've abridged that so that we've designed something called the Habitude Warrior Mastermind. And it's so cool. Is anyone here in a mastermind? Raise your hand if you're in a mastermind. Let me see, raise your hands. Awesome. How many of y'all are a little timid about checking out masterminds? Because I was too. And just be honest here. Okay. So I've noticed that there are a lot of masterminds that are millionaire masterminds. And I hang out with all my millionaire friends and billionaire friends and all that stuff. And for me, it really intimidated me. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, it intimidated myself. So what I decided to do was develop the Habitude Warrior Mastermind. So instead of catering to millionaires, I wanted to cater to the millions. Millions meaning just everyday individuals who are entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, business people who are trying to grow to the next level and have a safe space to do so. So I love it. So check it out. Let us know if you want more information on it. And we're going to do an abridged version of what we do in our mastermind. So what we use are these guys. So this is our 60-second, I'm giving you my version of the Habitude Warrior Mastermind. This is our 60-second paddle. So we hold that up when you have literally about 60 seconds, right? Or 60 seconds left. We have the stop paddle, which means finish your thought pattern, finish your statement. You know, it's okay. Don't finish right that second, but just give it another 10 seconds and you're good. And then we got the, what's called I call it the gravy train, but it's literally called the runaway train. It means this: you're giving us an example of something, yet you literally are just talking about stuff that doesn't really pertain to the point at hand or the topic. So we hold that up saying, look, get back on track, get back on focus. So what we do is this: our mastermind meets twice a month. It's 90 minutes. It's just like this. Like, we have a group of about 12 to 14 individuals per group. Okay. And it's a safe space. And what we do is each week we have about 5 or 6 of us are in what's called the opportunity chair, or you call it the hot seat, right? So it's technically through the association and through Think and Grow Rich, it's called the opportunity chair. Now, my mastermind, the Habitude Warrior one, is based on habits, attitude, and the principles of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And what's cool is I think it's cool, is I bring that other flair to the fact that we're going to have fun. We're going to have tons of fun. And so you'll hear like a little interruption here, a little thing there. We'll be doing a lot of cool things like that. So let's see, what we've done on our mastermind is we've segmented them to 60 seconds, 60 seconds, 5 minutes, and 2 minutes. Now this is slightly different than some other masterminds. Other masterminds go a little different. I think they do 2 minute, 2 minute, 7 minutes, etc. But ours is 60, 60, 5, and 2. And then let me explain that. 60 seconds, and we're gonna pick 2 people, by the way. We're gonna do this right now. So when we put you in the opportunity chair, what'll happen is you have 60 seconds to explain real quick who you are real quick, like, and that has to take like 10 seconds. Like, hi, my name's Erik, I'm a coach and I teach people on habits. That's 10 seconds, right? And then the rest of the 50 seconds, what you wanna do is explain what you'd like to focus in on over the next 2 weeks, because we meet twice a month, so it's every 2 weeks roughly. So the next 2 weeks, you want to focus in on what? Well, your challenge is that you're trying to go ahead and make some decisions on becoming a best-selling author, and you want some advice there, or you'd like some advice as to what the best funnel system is to use for whatever program you have, or you'd like to ask well, I was going to say audience, it's the council members. You guys would be all the council members. So I'd like to ask the council members to help me on, what's the best form of, whatever that is, whatever you have going on. Maybe it could be a personal issue as well. Like, I lost 30 pounds in a course of a 45-day period because of my strategy that I set up. So it could be a personal issue that you want to focus in on for the next 2 weeks. So that's your 60 seconds. Then we open it up for 60 seconds of clarifying questions from the members, and that you all are the members at this point. So you would ask clarifying questions. You actually raise your physical hand. We don't use the hand on whatever it's called, Zoom. We actually physical hand. You unmute quickly. It's got to be very quick, okay? And then what happens is you ask clarifying questions of that individual. So clarifying questions could be, and they have to be quick. Have you used this before? Or have you tried that before? And the answers in the opportunity chair should only be yes or no's. It needs to be yes or no's. You can't go into big gravy train or runaway train ideas, all right? Now, the third section is a 5-minute council portion. So we take 60 seconds to ask clarifying questions. Then we start raising our hands saying, I've got counsel, I've got counsel. And those counsels could be something, and by the way, it needs to be your experience, real life experience counsel. It shouldn't be theories of, oh, I've heard this or I've heard that. It should be, Linda says, hey, I know you don't want to do it this way. I made 3 mistakes on this subject. Let me tell you what not to do. And then somebody else will jump on and say, well, I know the right way to do it because I really excelled in this. Or someone will say, hey, I've got a great contact for you. I'm going to open up my Rolodex in my, send you an email introduction to so-and-so because that person is going to help you. Does that make sense? So that takes usually about 5 minutes. And we time it, by the way. We don't have our timer on this particular case here, but I have a team leader that does a time, and it's a whole box here that actually is a countdown timer. Then what I've done is I've designed a 2 more minutes segment for the Habitude Warrior team to give counsel to everyone as well. So it's kind of like an extra bonus per session on the opportunity chair. So who wants to go first? We got 2 spots. Raise your hand if you really want to go. Come on. We got 1 hand up, 2 hands. I love it.
Lorna,
we got
Clarissa.
over there.
And just so you know, I wrote down the names of everybody who, like, what I could see in the chat. So we have Debbie, Desiree, Wendy, Cynthia, Lorna, Marlene, and Clarissa. We're all interested. Is Marlene still here? Because I know she had to leave.
Wow, they all want to go today? All right.
Yeah, so you're going to have to pick, Erik. I don't know how you're going to pick.
Yeah, I'll pick. Okay, I'll pick in a second here. By the way, if you want more information, I know I want to say this early because we might go a little long on the 2 sessions here. And I know you have a hard stop at 12:25. So what I would suggest is this. I put it in the chat. Maybe I didn't. It's on my name, actually. Connect with me because I want to give you guys information. Linda, remind me to give them information on our mastermind and the discounted prices that they can have if they want to, if it looks like it resonates with them. All right, let's pick a couple. I want to pick Clarissa first, simply because I like the white Yeti, and I really want a white Yeti. Shouldn't all Yetis be white? Aren't they white? Like real Yetis, aren't they?
You're just
You're from
jealous.
Canada. Tell us, aren't you? You have to unmute first of all.
Oh, and you know what? They do actually make a blue Yeti, which is what I wish I had. I got one of the first Yetis.
You want this one? I gave the blue Yeti to my frog up here, by the way.
Oh,
Here.
I'll take it.
You want that one?
Oh
Here.
my gosh, that's what I want. See, you manifest by asking.
There you go. Nobody's asked me anything about the frog in the back of the room here. All right, Clarissa, you got to unmute, or Linda, can you unmute her? There we go. Excellent. So here we go, guys. So we're going to start right off the bat, and let's do a timer. Who's going to be timing us? Will you help us with that, Linda? Do you have a timer or not?
Brenda, can you do that today?
Brenda might be off line for a second.
Okay, Marianne. Marianne's a great timer.
Marianne's timer. Cool.
Yes.
Do you have a timer like this, Marianne? Like on your great. If you could just hold it without any glare, just like down there is good. Just, you know what I mean? Like I'm doing something like this.
We do have one comment on the frog. Somebody says, I hate that frog. So.
No, I have that frog.
Oh,
oh
my gosh.
Marianne.
What time am I doing?
Let's make it easy. Let's make it easy, Marianne. Go to stopwatch. Just go to stopwatch.
How many minutes is she doing again?
It's okay. I'm going to do it an easier way. And let's just, when you hit it, just hit start, and that'll start up, counting up to 1 minute, and we'll just gauge the minute. Okay. So you don't have to do a 5-minute clock. You could just do, unless it's easy to do that. Can you do a timer like that?
I can do whatever you want. I'm just not sure what you want.
Yeah. It's just a pain in the butt to change that all the time, but you can do it if you want, like that. There you go.
Okay. We're doing 1 minute. Is that what we're doing?
Yes. We're doing 1 minute, 1 minute, and then 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, so here we go.
Clarissa, are you glad you joined today?
I am so glad that you reached out to me, that I'm here. Yay!
Awesome. Winner. Let's go.
All right, we're going to start this. So make sure that you can see Marianne's, icon, whatever it's called up there. And Marianne, we'll go ahead and I'll take care of these guys. Okay, so we're good. And we're just doing a minute, so this is already up. Does that make sense? So we're good. All right, so let's start this off. So again, Clarissa, just to be clear, you have 1 minute to explain, hey, who you are and what you're going to focus in on these next 2 weeks. I want to be very clear to all of you, by the way. A couple quick things about this before we have Clarissa start. So everyone just kind of sit up in your seat a little bit more. Come on, sit up in your seat. Okay, so here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to, the minute's up, I got you. My timer just went off, that's funny. What I want you to do is this. It's called borrowed benefits. What I want all of you to do is participate as much as you possibly can. So listen into Clarissa, what she's going to say, and how we start thinking about how we can focus in on helping her, and any quick clarifying questions that are going to help as well. But this is borrowed benefits. That means Angeline might look at this and go, wow, this is ironic. Clarissa asked something similar to what I'm working on, so I'm going to use the advice from the other people, and that's the borrowed benefits. The more participation, the better. Okay, so, and it helps not only the hot seat, but helps all of us. So let's start. Also, I want to be very clear about something. Clarissa, we are not trying to do a fix on your whole life, okay? We're only trying to fix your next 2 weeks, okay? So we don't want to go, look, I've been in this, and give us all this has been happening for years. We're only looking for the next 2 weeks, and that's very important for hot seat individuals. All right, let's go. 60 seconds on the clock. Clarissa, you're up. Who are you and why?
Hi, I'm Clarissa, and I am a menopause coach and mentor for professional women. And I am, in the next 2 weeks, going to focus on launching a live on LinkedIn called Coffee with Clarissa, where I ask professional women about their menopause experiences at work and how we can help them. What I want some help with is, well, how often should I go live with Coffee with Clarissa? Every day at 11 o'clock? Or maybe I should be looking at going once a week. That is what I am searching for. And how long? When and how long should it be? 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or your advice on that one? So there's my question and my focus for this week.
Love it. Okay, great. So we're going to open it up to clarifying questions, and I'll ask the first one. But everyone else, please raise your hand, and I want pretty much all of you to ask one quick question. So my question is this: have you done it before, or is this the first time?
I've done it on Facebook before, but not on LinkedIn.
But not on LinkedIn. Excellent. Who has a clarifying question, please? Raise your hand so we can see. Let's call on Lorna, and make sure you unmute right away. Okay. Otherwise, I pass you. Okay.
Why LinkedIn and were you successful on Facebook?
Time out, time out, time out. So here's the deal. All of us, okay, please understand that you want to ask the question as a council member so that it's easier for the hot seat to answer yes or no. So, right? So in other words, Lorna, let's rephrase that question. So,
the second one.
Yeah, so the question would be, because I have the same question. Are you sold on just doing it on LinkedIn, or are you open to doing it on other social medias, right? That's one great question, right? So that's a yes or no. So how would you answer? Thank you, Lorna.
No, actually, I'm sold on LinkedIn.
Sold on LinkedIn. Okay, you really want to focus on LinkedIn. Great, good answer. Next question. Yep, mute to Linda. There we go. And we're going to go with Wendy.
Are you going to be interviewing people?
Not on this episode. No, these episodes, no.
Okay, Coffee with Clarissa. So it's okay, great. So I have more questions, but I'm sure you do too. Malachi? I think I said it wrong.
It's Malika. Like I like a Malika.
Malika.
Yes. Have you asked your audience what they would prefer?
Yes, I have actually polled my audience.
Great. Excellent. I hope you're getting some good answers there. Who has another couple clarifying questions? Then we're going to jump into the council. By the way, just to let you know, on my mastermind, because I do it slightly different than some other individuals that have masterminds. What I do is sometimes I'll go long on the clarifying questions because it really is clarifying some amazing things, and then it eats into a little bit of the 5 minutes of the council, but it really helps. So, Patty, you have a question, I believe.
Yes, my question is: do you have stats from Facebook to help you with LinkedIn?
No, I don't. No.
Okay, we're going to take about 30 more seconds here. Linda, your question?
Have you looked at possibly using LinkedIn stories?
I have, but I'm not sure they're going. We don't have them in Sweden yet.
Okay, so excellent question. And I want to do another timeout. I'm throwing these timeouts just to sort of show you what we do, right? But a little timeout. Remember the question. The question that she has, that she wants to be clarified, she wants help on, is the length of each of the show and how often she should do the show, right? So we actually don't want to put too much in there by giving her other ideas of different strategies. It might overwhelm her. So we want to get the answer, because think about it. If you're in the hot seat, you want that answer of, okay, great, I'm now very clear over the next 2 weeks. I'm going to really focus in on strategizing all of my things, ducks in order that I need to do, because I'm going to do it weekly instead of daily, and I need to do it for 30 minutes rather than 60 minutes, whatever that case is, right? Whatever we decide. All right. So I think unless somebody has a burning clarifying question, I'm going with Desi down there. Go ahead. Last question, then we're going to go into council. Desi, what you got?
How often do you have your show on Facebook, Clarissa, right now?
Great question.
Every other week, but for as long as I like.
Great question. Excellent. All right, let's put 5 minutes on the clock. We'll probably take only 4 minutes, but let's put 5 minutes on the clock, and let's go ahead and do some council, please. So just council members. You guys are all the members, right? So please raise your hand if you have some counsel as to what you feel by your experience, either that you've done it or you are on them, or you're attracted to that time frame, right? That's what we're looking for. So Linda's first.
I'm taking Patty's question. I would look at that, look at your stats from Facebook and figure out what your audience is already ingesting and enjoying.
I forgot to tell you guys something, by the way. Time out again. So Clarissa, or whoever's in the hot seat, your answer should always be thank you. Okay, so it's always accepting. You're going to be accepting this, whether that's going to work for you, that answer, or not. Either way, it's a gift that all the members are giving us. I'm not calling out Clarissa, I forgot to tell you. But it's always thank you, and accepting it, because this will teach us all to accept awesomeness, or, you know, hey, that's great that you gave me that gift. It's not going to work for me, but thank you for giving it to me anyway, right? So there's two choices there, but still you're saying thank you. So appreciate that. All right, time back in. Raise your hand if you have more counsel, please. We're going to go with Patty, and then I've got some counsel. I'll go last because I always do.
Okay, from my experience, doing it once a week for a half hour was pretty successful because of attention span out in the world.
Thank you, Patty.
Love that. Counsel, yes, Wendy?
I want to concur with what Patty said. My experience with doing them, I've never done them on LinkedIn, but I do them on Instagram and Facebook, is 20 to 30 minutes and once a week, but you know, consistently the same time and day.
Yes.
Absolutely. Love that. More council members, comments or encouragement here? Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in then. So we're actually probably really close to time. Is it about a minute left probably? 3 more minutes. Excellent. So I'm going to take, and if you guys want to jump in, please do. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and give technically the Habitude Warrior Council at this point. So if you were in my mastermind, this is what it would sound like. So Clarissa, first of all, I want to give you a high five, like, woo, this is a high five. Everyone give Clarissa a high five, rock and roll. I love this. I love the fact that you're doing, and you're focusing on one item, which is LinkedIn. I love that, one social media platform. And the reason why I love that, Clarissa, is because a lot of us open up too many doors and you get a little confused. So I love the fact that it sounds to me like you're going to master this one. Now, in my experience and my estimation and my, not only my experience of doing it, but actually being involved in some of these, is the attention span is very quick. I love 30 minutes and I love once a week. This is what I personally love because daily is way too much. I've seen a lot of people try to do daily, and it's a pain in the butt. And look at Patty going, it's just a pain in the butt for the organizer in the first place. And secondly, people don't have enough bandwidth to, I mean, that's like signing up for a job. Like you have to go there every day. Look, here's the deal. And it sounds funny, right? But think about it. I've got so much experience in this subject. You do not, everything I do, you don't, like right now, right this second, this doesn't feel like a job, like talking to me right now, right? But guess what? It is. Thank you. We're going to hold that up. All right. Hold this up. Okay. This doesn't feel like a job working with me right now or talking to me right now. I want you to all have that mentality that is it easy and fun for that individual. It's almost like going on a date. Okay. Now, if you're going on a date with your significant other, or you're single, you go on a date. What's your purpose of the date? Well, you want them to have a great time, a fun time, and get at the end of the night when they go home, or you drop them off, or they drop you off because you're female, right? And then you want the guy wants the girl to think, I don't know what it is, but subconsciously, I love hanging out with that person. I really want to see them again. I want a second date. Well, how do you get the second date on LinkedIn? Is by kicking butt on the first date, and every week you have these. Now, I would highly recommend incorporating, and it doesn't have to be weekly. It could be once a month, but which I believe is best. It's awesome. Incorporating a once a month, maybe it's for the higher mastermind members or however you want to do it, but one guest speaker that's a high-end guest speaker. Do you think, and the answer is this, Clarissa, yes. Do you think you can get introduced to at least 12 amazing guest speakers that could be a guest in your Coffee with Clarissa show once a month?
Of course, because I podcast already, so I have them.
And what's that going to do is it's going to incorporate their lists and their promotion with you. Okay, I love this. And at the end of every session, what I always do, which we don't have tons of time to do it in my own sessions, but I love to do it. Clarissa, how does that feel? Do you resonate with a lot of the information that you
Thank you. I think that's really helped give me some clarity on the direction that I can start with on my LinkedIn videos, not my normal videos, but my longer one.
I love it. Thank you for sharing that. And this is also what I always do in my groups, my closed groups. Clarissa, will you do me a favor and share this LinkedIn as soon as you get it up and running? Share it with all of us in this feed, or how we get to it, because we all want to support you, Clarissa. We want to be there for you, even though you're frozen. We want to be there for you. There we go. We want to be there for you and support you so that we can really, and we want an easy time that you're going to do this. It's on Wednesdays at 11 o'clock every week or whatever time that is. All right. Love it. You're awesome. Give yourself a high five. What's up? Woo! All right.
Thank you guys. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Great seeing you. And okay, so here's another timeout. In between this hot seat that she was in and the next 2 weeks, she will be coming back. Our events, or excuse me, our masterminds are every 2 weeks. So what we do is when she comes back and she reports back to us within the 60-second time frame. She says, hi, my name's Clarissa. This is what I do. And by the way, last couple weeks, I really focused on this. And wow, it was such a help. This coming 2 weeks, I want to work on this. All right. Does that make sense? Pretty cool, right? Who's next on this on the lineup here?
Okay, so we had Debbie, Desiree, Wendy, Cynthia, Lorna, and Marlene. Well,
Out of
Marlene's
all
not here,
those,
so
out of all those, who really wants to go? Come on, there's 7 minutes of fame, of awesomeness. All right, Desi, you're up. All right.
I was just going to raise my hand actually too.
Before we go to that, I just want to share that I just put a link in the chat for the ladies who are not currently in the Facebook group, the Women Action Takers Network. Please click on that link because I do share like all of these events that we do. I share them in there. I want to make sure you don't miss any future ones. So thank you so much.
That's awesome. And we have a hard stop at 12:25 as well. Let me ask you, would you, Linda, would this be a good time just for a minute, just explain the mastermind so that they can get,
yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'll give them all one free session of our mastermind to see how it resonates with them, if that's cool with you.
Yeah, of course.
Yes? Okay, cool. So I'll put 60 seconds on the clock. Here we go. So I'm going to do my 60 seconds, then we'll go to Desiree's hot seat. So here's the scoop. We have the Habitude Warrior Mastermind, and it meets twice a month. It's usually on the first and third, either Monday or first and third Wednesdays. We have a Tuesday group opening up as well on we have a second and fourth Monday, et cetera, et cetera. So we have different groups. Now you'll be in a group with about 12 or 14 individuals. Now here's the scoop. I'm just going to give you pricing and then the discount. And I'll be fast. It's $5K for 3 months access. Is it worth it? Without a doubt. But you don't have to pay that. Check this out. What we did was I did something called compassionate pricing. Do you guys see my quotes? By compassionate pricing. What's that mean? We're all stuck here in this whole thing that we have happened for the last 6 months. So what I wanted to do was help out everybody, and I wanted to grow all these different groups. And we got a UK group forming. We got a Toronto group forming. We have groups here in California, and it doesn't matter which group you're in because you're in a virtual group. So here's the discounting pricing. We brought it down to only $500 a month if you commit to the 12-month period. So 5 times, what is that? It's like $6K, I think, for the whole year. But because you know this young lady right there, Linda West, guess what? You actually get, and Linda, we can only take 3 people at this, okay? I might take 4, but right now we only have 3 spots available. If you're one of those people, and you can kind of give me one of those, yeah, I'm definitely interested in one of those people. Let me see a raise of hands who's really interested, because here's what I'm going to do. For those who really want to take advantage of this, Wendy, you're already grandfathered in this price as well, so good job. Here's what we're doing. I'm giving you half off of that. So instead of the $500 a month, if you connect with me over the next, like by Monday, this Monday, then we will get you it for half off, which is only $250 a month. But you commit to the 12 months. So it's $250 a month for 12 months. That's it. And you're in as a full-fledged member. It's awesome. I went over 60 seconds. Nobody gave me that though. So here we go. Oh, how do you get in touch with us? Can you put in the feed or wherever you want to put it, put this website. Go ahead and put Ride Along Guest Pass. I was going to type it in here, but I can't get off of, it says Desiree privately. I can't get to the whole thing. I don't know why. If you can put in...
I got it in there. Ride Along Guest Pass.
Yeah, ridealongguestpass.com. That's it. Click there, go there, check that out, and tell us you met me through Linda, and you will get a free ride-along pass. So you get to be in one of our sessions, and then I'll give you the $250 per month. All right. So, Desiree, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, good. 12:18 on the clock right now. We got 60 seconds. Desiree, who are you and what do we want to work on next 2 weeks?
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Desi from Desi DeSeos on Instagram, and I am an inventor, entrepreneur. I actually filed my first patent. Now that I filed my patent, I'm trying to figure out my next step. I want to license this product. I don't want to manufacture it. And I know there's a lot of companies out there that are offering licensing help, but I also don't want to be taken, you know, and end up getting kind of scammed by some of these other companies who are claiming to, you know, help with licensing. So my ask today is, what do you think my next step should be?
So to clarify, you were looking for steps on licensing. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, excellent. So clarifying questions, we're going to open up to the members. Please raise your hand if you can, please. And I want everyone to ask a question. Ready? Raise your hand now. All right, Patty first.
Have you interviewed licensed companies or people yet?
No, I have reached out to a couple of them, but I haven't actually interviewed them. No.
Okay. Other questions, please? And by the way, if you don't raise your hand, I call on you to ask a question. So we got Wendy.
Have you reached out to others that are in a similar industry as you and found out who they used for licensing?
Not yet, but I love that idea.
And I have a clarifying question. Sorry, it's licensing for what specifically? It's
a beverage holder. It's an expandable beverage holder.
Okay, excellent. So excellent. So let's roll into here's what I do by okay, we're gonna go with Lorna first, and then I'm gonna do an abridged version here. Lorna?
Yeah, and I just wondered if you have legal counsel.
Yes.
Okay, great. She has legal counsel. Great. Excellent. All right, rock and roll. So what I'm going to do is this, since there's, it's a topic that I believe is a little Greek to a lot of us, right? It's like, how many, raise your hand if you're like, patent licensing for a product, I have no idea what. So it's a little Greek, right? So what I want to do is I want to open it up for counsel/conversation, if that makes sense. So we got 5 minutes on the clock right now. And now it's more of a conversation, and there could be more questions involved here as well. So my questions or counsel would be this, and I want to preface it by saying, look, I've never patented anything like a product like you're talking about, but I do know, and Linda and I know a lot of people who have. So it might be something where, would it help you if we connected you with our friend Brian Smith? I mean, UGG boots, he might know a few different things there, as well as maybe Rob Angel, who did a really
Pictionary.
Called Pictionary, you know, and patented. So if those, maybe those two, those are the two that come to mind right now. How many of you, raise your hand if you know somebody that actually has invented something? Yeah, let's go ahead and Malika.
Yes. So we have 3 patents. My husband invented something. He has 3 patents, and I do have a reference for you. He is an inventor/licensee coach, so I'll be happy to make the introduction.
Thank you.
Wow, where's my mic? Mic drop, boom. Okay, that's
Thank you.
amazing. So who would like to add to that? Angeline, please unmute.
Have you checked whether the product that you wanted patent is patentable?
Yes, before I went through the patenting process, I did a prior art search. So yes.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Awesome. I have another question. Have you, and then right after me, I'll go to Linda. By the way, I love the fact that Linda, guys, this is the first ever, right? Linda's actually raising her hand for me to call on her show. This is so
I play by the rules.
She rolls like that.
Seriously, hats off to Linda. I have so much I want to compliment you on. So what I would suggest is, are you watching any of the, it's kind of strange to say, but Shark Tank? Have you been watching Shark Tank at all? And if you're not, you should check that out, because I learned a lot from Shark Tank of what to do, what not to do, and so forth. And you know, it is a TV show, obviously, but you know, it gives you a lot of information there. So I would look into checking that out. The way I would do it actually is I would search on Google or whatever, search on your computer, put in Shark Tank, and then put in episodes with patents and so forth, right?
Oh,
so
I like that idea.
Pinpoint it so you're not watching just and wasting.
Thank you. I didn't think about that idea.
Absolutely. And I want to call on Linda.
Okay, another amazing person that we know, Eric, very well is Ron Klein. Oh my God, he invented the credit card magnetic strip. He helps people with their inventions. You know, this is what he does. So if you want me to connect you with him, let me know if you're not already connected, because I know you know a lot of Secret Knock people. So let me know.
That's a really great idea, by the way. In fact, what I love and always love to do is this. I love calling people right off the bat. We're going to introduce you to Ron Klein real quick here, Desi. And this is through Linda and I. Linda's.
We are connected on Facebook already, but we don't have a more personal connection than just a connection on Facebook.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, what's happening, Ron? Woohoo! It's Erik Swanson. Hey, quick. He says he's looking for work. You got a job. Hey, quick, permission to put you on speakerphone. I'm actually in one of our masterminds, and your name came up, and I want to introduce you to the crew again, real quick. Do you mind if I put you on speakerphone?
Eric, you got to drop my name because, you know, I have a lot of clout.
Yeah. He says he's on probation. All right, Ron Klein, say hi to Linda Sunshine West and all of her team right here on this mastermind.
Hi, Linda. How are you doing?
Hi, Ron.
Hello, Ron. He's amazing.
Hi, Ron.
So I want
I'm delighted to talk to you guys again. You're great.
I want to introduce you real quick to Desi. She's going to be working on a patent, and I just want to take literally 20 seconds to introduce you real quick. Desi, Ron Klein, Desi.
Hi, Desi.
Hi, Ron. We actually are connected on Facebook, and I did volunteer at Secret Knock, so I've met you, but I haven't had the privilege of speaking to you, you know, maybe more in depth.
Well, I know a lot about patents because I know how to spell it, and it starts with a capital P, so I can help.
Well, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Amazing, Ron, and I really appreciate you grabbing the call. I love that, by the way. And what I'll do is, with your permission, would you mind if Linda and myself introduce you to Desi through like an email? Is that okay?
That would be fine. That would be great. And if I could help, I would only be too happy to.
Guys, give it up for Ron Klein.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon, Ron.
Thank you so much.
Ron, thank you so much. And Eric, thank you so much. We are 12:25, and I really got to end this on time today.
Wow, thank you.
First, I want to
thank you, everybody.
Really quick,
Guys,
Eric.
give it up for Ron Klein. 60
Yes, Ron.
tomorrow.
So one thing I want to share before we end this is, first, I'm going to have Eric give me a testimonial so you can see how to give an amazing testimonial, because Eric's great at this. But before that, I want to share that I'm going to be inviting Ron Klein to be one of our guest speakers as well at this event. So Ron is an amazing friend of mine. He's in our book. Patty and I have this book, Momentum. And so Ron's a dear friend of mine, right? So that's Ron, Eric, like some of these people are the ones who are going to be joining us here. So in the future, please invite your other female friends that are entrepreneurs to join us on these meetings, because we're going to pick up the pace, ladies. But I'm going to also be inviting some of my amazing female speakers to join us that are going to help us with, growing our businesses as well. But so check this out. I'm going to put Eric, you're on the spotlight. Give me an amazing testimonial.
Oh, wait, I missed the last of the part. What am I doing? I'm giving a testimonial for
me.
For you, okay. You as a speaker, or you as a...
Me as a hostess for this networking, for Women Action Takers host.
Okay, great. I'll do that. All right. So before I do that, guys, do me a favor and connect with us and my team if you'd like a ride along with one of our masterminds. We're definitely interested in bringing on more female amazing entrepreneurs such as you guys. So I really appreciate it. All right. So here we go. Let's hit record. Obviously, it's recording already. So hold on one second. I'm all nervous. All right. Hi, guys. My name is Erik Swanson. I'm a 5-time #1 best-selling author. Enough about me. I want to talk about Linda Sunshine West. And why do I want to talk about her? Because everyone else is talking about her. This young lady is changing people's lives all over the globe. If you're looking to join a group that's really going to hold you to the fire and walk you through with lots of support and who's super knowledgeable, Women Action Takers is the way you want to check that out. So hats off to, I should have worn my hat. There it is right there. Hats off to Linda Sunshine West. Again, this is Erik Swanson. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Great job, Eric, of course, as usual. So ladies, thank you so much for attending today. Please join us in 2 weeks. We have whatever date that is, October 10th, I think. I'll be sharing the link in the Women Action Takers Network on Facebook. So go join us over there. It's Women Action Takers Network. Marianne has something. You literally got 10 seconds, Marianne.
I want to remind everybody to go capture the chat. You can hit those little 3 dots at the bottom and you can save the chat with everybody's contact information.
Awesome, thank you. And the recording of this will also be inside the Women Action Takers Network on Facebook as well as on YouTube. Everybody, thank you so much for joining in today. I hope you got a lot out of it. Normally we stick around for an after party, but I gotta go. So
I want an after party. How about you go? You put me as host. I'll do the after party.
But I need this. I need my Zoom to do it. So join Eric. Eric, where do you want to do an after party? Drop a link in there. Invite everybody to an after party if you.
Well, I haven't set it up yet. So if anyone has any questions, just reach out to my team, and I check a lot of these emails as well, and I'll put it in the feed. It is right there. There you go. team@habitudewarrior.com. So just check us out. Let me know if I can help you in any way. Love connecting with you guys.
Thank you so much, everybody. Women Action Takers.
Thank you.
I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Thank you. See you in 2
later.
weeks.
Bye.